Shalom, shalom, shalom. Call all Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Dash. Once again, double honors go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, Hoodoo Wells. Salutations also go out to the fellow Akim that are out there on the highways and byways, pushing the truth across the four corners of this earth, trying to make it remaining, hopefully let, because, hey, you can feel it, all right? You can feel it. It's like things can kick off at any moment with all that turmoil going on over there in Western Asia and what's going on over here in the States. Hey, around the world, everybody's tired of them folks, all right? Colonialism, everything. They just tired of these people, all right? So now, more than any time before, it would behoove you to continue to pay attention, all right? Because like I said, hey, here in the States, in America, hey, the love of many, it's like the scripture said, the love of many grow cold, and it is indeed, all right? Hey, the right people are feeling the effects of this downed economy, and with the BRICS, and what was it? It went into effect about the digital currency that went into effect. Hey, as of yesterday, still got less than an hour yet before it's the 3rd. So hey, January 1, you know. So hey, things here are going to take a downturn as far as even more so. All right. Because everybody's ditching the dollar. I believe it's more than 70 countries now that said fuck the dollar. But anyway, what I'm about to show you, I'm reading this disclaimer because I'm going to use another video. Of course, this is someone else's work. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, which allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. All right, so what I'm going to do, and no, I'm not promoting Christianity, but what he says here is on point. And what I'm doing here also, hey, how many times have we tried to tell you that these Hollywood, these Jewish execs, all right, they have an ulterior motive for all this. Nothing is straightforward when it comes to dealing with these devils. Always remember that, just in case you hadn't figured it out yet, all right? So here, it says, Pastor speaks on new Color Purple movie. Yes, they have a reason for showing this. It's probably not what you thought. And there's a lesbian scene in it. Now, nobody, even though, when was it, back in '84, when the original came out, no one made much of a big deal about it then, you know, with, the scene with Whoopi Goldberg and, you know, the other character. But where are we now? 40 years later. Think about it. Here we go. see, but the thing is, a lot of people get on us because of the delivery, all right, which makes no sense, but that's America for you. That's that Western, you have to be PC. No, fuck that. Your children, and you see now, as he just mentioned, they're allowing for the mutilation of your children in the name of some bullshit that should be a fifth grader can, tear these people apart on. But that's this spell that's cast over these people, all right, to believe this nonsense. It's madness. And hey, you all know how we, what we think, I should say, about the, the so-called black church, all right? It's a joke, but it's to the point where this sodomy slash, this is just the whole LGBTQ and whatever else they're trying, it's in your face, and people are just, they're tired, all right? And you have to also bring up the point that, hey, they're coming out with a movie now talking about Civil War. Well, what do you think is, adding more fuel to the fire for that? It's this shit, all right? You're out with your kids. I put up a video about this Jake was at a park with his daughter, and he just so happened to go in to check in the women's restroom, and there's a man waiting with headphones in there. And like I said in that video, I said, now what if he wasn't, would follow through like that? And even though he's right outside, it doesn't take long to, to do whatever they do, all right? And then she's scarred for life or dead, all right? So you have to be on point there. This is the world we live in now, where now someone with a man, clearly there's a man with a beard, a mustache, but because he's in a dress and because he says he's a woman, or he believes that he is, despite the physical evidence to the contrary, and even if he had the operations and all that, it's still a man. All right, again, this is madness. But back to this video here, as he's still getting on, well, I'm just going to play the video. So there you have it. How is he going to take it too far? See, this is that that hypersensitive. See, you're not, and this goes back to something that took place at camp. Oh, Has it been 3 years? Or coming up on 3 years ago? Maybe been longer, fast as time is moving along. But we had this woman come up. And one of the brothers, he was, criticizing what was passing by us. All these freaks, all right? And this Edomite woman with her, was it a son or was it a daughter? She had a child with her. I can't remember what it was, but and she comes out with, could you stop using the F-bombs? And, I'm thinking, and the brother was like, what, you worried about, an F-bomb? What about the things that are walking up, and, you worry about your child hearing the F-bomb, but what about what the child is seeing? In other words, I'm paraphrasing, walking up and down the street. Clearly, you've been conditioned, all right, to not pay attention to the things that you should be complaining about. And that's how this shit has gotten so out of control. Used to hear Jake, hey, as long as they keep that shit over there, and look what you have now. It's because of that attitude. Look what you have now. Look at it. They've got a fucking mafia. All right. The Skittles Nation. They got a mafia now. You dare criticize. All right. You dare criticize our lifestyle. How dare you? And if you happen to be of certain stature or status, guess what? They're going to try their damnedest, and they most often do succeed in getting you bounced out on your ass. All right. There's something else I'm going to have to go. Hold on. Let me. There's another one he did. Hold on. Here it is. Tyler Perry. Oh boy. See, this is a problem Jake has too. Everything is not funny. I don't want to make it too long and drawn out, and I'm not a psychiatrist or psychologist, but you understand it, what Jake's going through, the just life in general, dealing with America, and you look for relief basically anywhere you can get it. Not condoning anything, but yeah, that's just part of it. Don't you think these people know this? Because they have those people I mentioned, the professions of psychiatrists and psychologists. All right, psychiatry, people say, well, what's the difference? Well, a psychiatrist is a medical doctor. He does a surgical rotation. They go inside the head. All right. A psychologist is a PhD. All right. They do everything but. All right. But it's that little difference. But they both study the same, it's just one's an MD, an actual medical doctor, and the other one isn't. It's just a PhD. That's a psychologist. All right, so, but what they study, the science is the same. But the field, but in any case, they've had so long to study us, find out how we tick, and like I always say, they know which buttons to push and when to push them. All right, we have been, essentially clay for them to mold, with all these social experiments and whatever have you. So what he's going to get into here is, in these, hey, I guess got to call it what it is, these pieces of shit, these sociopaths amongst our people that they set up, all right, to help, like I said, with that molding process. of what they want us to be, what they want us to go along with. You look at the hood, you look at our people, you look at just the faces on our people. They're just, for the most part, defeated. All right. And like it says in Proverbs 18 and 14, hold on, let me get it. I don't want to say it. Hold on, just hold on. All right, let's see. Proverbs 18 and 14. It says, the spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity, but a wounded spirit who can bear? And I often bring up the topic of colonial mentality. I like to use that instead of Stockholm Syndrome, for the simple reason we're talking about generation and generation and generation. Hell, Stockholm Syndrome can take a week, maybe even less, all right, to happen, but it doesn't have to have nearly the length of time that, well, let me get it, hold on. Hey, I have to use this because one of my last videos I did, and this is one of my things here, I like to point out that difference. And again, this is something they know, colonial mentality. And I'm showing you all this. Let's see, here it is. Colonial mentality is the internalized attitude. This is in our people. And what we're out here trying to do is break that. All right? And they know this. We are a threat. All right? We are a threat to these people simply for preaching the word. All right? All right? Let me think of, what is that? Hold on. It's in Isaiah. Is it 40? Hold on. Wait a minute. I think let's see. Nope. Let's see. Let's see. This is one. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. I can't remember it. Oh my goodness. Let me try this, because I think I'm right. I just can't remember what verse. Let's see. Comfort for the Most High's people. I'm on the right track. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. No, I forgot it. I can't remember it now. But in any case, that's what we're doing. All right, using the Comforter to comfort our people, which are these scriptures. All right, colonial mentality is the internalized attitude of ethnic or cultural inferiority. Again, what did I read in Proverbs 18 and 14 about that wounded spirit? All right. Inferiority felt by people as a result of colonization. For example, them being colonized by another group. It corresponds with the belief that the cultural values of the colonizer are inherently superior to one's own. And this is Jake. They, they go into these other philosophies as Jeremiah's 2nd chapter told you. about, I believe it's the 11th verse, about the cisterns, or was it 13? About these other cisterns, all right? Those cisterns representing other philosophies and doctrines Jake always into, all right? It says, the term has been used by post-colonial scholars to discuss and here's the point, transgenerational effects, generation after generation after generation after generation. All right. And we've never had a chance to heal, and they know this as a people. All right. Transgenerational effects of colonialism present in former colonies following decolonization. It is commonly used as an operational concept for framing ideological domination and historical colonial experiences. All right, if you want to read the rest of it, but it gives you the symptoms down here: collective depression, anxiety, and other widespread mental health. All right, but what are we out here on the highways and byways offering our people? And I just brought up an example at camp the other day about this former KGB guy. All right, and he was talking about the same thing. Because people are so demoralized, and that's our people. All right, you can show them the truth. You can give them the truth. They're still not going to believe you, because at that point, nothing matters to them. Again, this was done on purpose to our people. But this video that I'm showing you is another way for them to introduce shit to our people. All right, because they're in this state. And like I say, all Jake wants to do is laugh and have a good time. Not realizing that, hey, when we say never trust your enemy, first of all, you need to know, and a lot of Jake, because of plantation Christianity, all right, that's why you might think it's ironic that I'm using this video, but hey, he's on point with this, all right, but because of plantation Christianity, Jake does not believe that these very people are their enemy. What do you call a white man an enemy for? What? Well, you just need to get out here and get a job and not looking at the big picture. All right, so let's continue with this. Mm-hmm. There you go. Also, you got Martin Lawrence with Big Mama's House. All right. You know, and you had what was it? Tu Wong, whatever the fuck that movie was, with Wesley Snipes and a couple others there. That's a good point. How many of you had ever asked that question? Why would he have to be in drag when you could find... Wow. That's Jake. Which brings up another question, Anise. This ain't about religion, all right? And that's why I may or may not, because a lot of people aren't, how am I going to say this? Hold on. Salakia, I'm back. Salakia. So, yeah. Like I say, I'm not promoting, this Christianity thing, but you know how we feel about that here. But there's a lot of Jake that's still trapped in that. But I'm just using this as an example because, again, he is on point with this. Tyler Perry fooled a lot of his own people. And for what? So he could get rich. He's a billionaire. All right, at least on paper. So, nothing here, all right, clearly when it says about gaining the world but losing your own, your soul over it. And this, like I said, this is 2024 now. Things about to take a drastic turn. All right, you think of Luke 6 and 24 on down about those that, all right, let's get it real quick. All right, they got their consolation prize, This is 6 and 24. All right, it says, Yahushua pronounces woes. It says, but woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. All right, so you've attained the status, you've attained the respect. So you got it on this side. Cool. It says, woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. Clearly. Want to make you laugh? Also make you cry. 26, woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you. Don't they? All right. For so did their fathers to the false prophets. All right. So you shoulder to shoulder with, these celebrities, these extremely rich, JOOs, who run everything. Yes, they do. All right. So, but at the end of the day, like I said, you lost your soul. You can't buy that. I don't care how much money you got. Continuing on. So, says, do you agree? Hey, but, I didn't want to go this long, but, hey, it's coming up to a point here because this man knows that his time is short. All right. Even though a lot of you out there might not believe what we say, know this, that the people running this world, they know. And this world is run accordingly. So it really don't matter. You want to play that game, you want to straddle a fence or stay on the opposite side and say you all are crazy, okay, no problem. No problem. No problem. Just remember, we're not going to always be out there on the highways and byways or even be able to make videos for that matter. All right. Because of Amos 8 and 11, the famine of the word. These people are, hey, what did Assad say over there? The Syrian president, what did he say? Again, what we've always been saying, those people over there in Israelites, they're Israelis. Israelis just means occupier of the land. They don't have any connection to the ancient Israelites, which is our people, the people that were brought over here and scattered throughout through the transatlantic slave trade. All right, even those that were left over and have mingled in with, various other nations. I mean, we are all over. When it says that we are as the sands of the sea, that's what it means. All right. So it's a spiritual thing. That's how another way you can tell these people are fakes or frauds is because they'll give interviews and they'll say, well, it's just so limited a number of us. It's only 2 million of us worldwide. That's bullshit. And people, I don't know. It's like, what Bible are you reading? A lot of people just glance over things. And this is woefully true about the so-called black church. All right. They're just there. It's like entertainment. Hey, I grew up in it. All right. You go there, you wear your so-called Sunday best. You know, you peeping at the girls and whatever have you, telling what they're doing. All right. And you're in there hearing, like you said, this like you heard here, the musicians and everything. My point being, everybody's there for the wrong reasons. You don't learn a damn thing. And it's foreign to you to the point where you cuss us out. All right, you make mockery of us because these things you were never taught. You were taught what the so-called white man told your preacher to tell you, not teach you, to tell you. That's why a lot of you are fucked up now. All right? Because you don't realize that it was your enemy and that you were never freed. All that bullshit they taught you in school was just that bullshit. You were raised in further his kingdom. That's it. It's as simple as that. Hey, so once again, I hope whoever views this is edified. Again, the first part of this has to do with the new movie that's out, The Color Purple. Well, it was a play, but, well, you got to ask the question, why now? Why? Why revamp that? Why? Trust me, there's an agenda behind it. And one of them we just talked about. 2, Tyler Perry, much the same thing, same topic. He got you to accept, transvestites and all that shit. Ultimately, you get into this transgender. One thing leads to another. Hey, all right, this transgender crap and all that. And he did it through laughter. Hey, so until the next video, once again, continue to pray, especially now. Especially now. So with that, hey, until the next video, shalom.